that leads me to one of the other questions I had, which was about portraying sex in YA novels, because you do that both in this one. I hope that's not a spoiler, but it's a theme that's in there, as well as A Simple Gift. And to my mind, that's quite rare in YA novels, that it's often not talked about. And I sort of think that sometimes I think that's quite a shame, really, to not sort of have that opportunity to explore that issue and talk about what sex is like, outside of movies and things like that. So why do you write it in? And is it hard to get that sort of published? Do editors sort of come back to you and say, oh, maybe you should take that out, or anything like that?
Yeah. Well, firstly, I'd say that the making love scene in How to Repaint a Life is kind of told in retrospect, largely by Sophie, and it's about her impressions of it so much as the physical activity, although that's discussed as well. So perhaps I wuss out a little bit in that. But I think it's important. It's hypocritical in a way that we know that young people are engaging in a whole range of activities that need to be discussed and need to be discussed openly. And that's what Jerry and Dayna, Sophie's parents, try to do with her as well. They supply the condoms, for God's sake, which is embarrassing on everyone's part. But it is a legitimate subject matter, and it probably doesn't need to be discussed more. And it was something that I felt that I had left out of The Simple Gift. It was in there, but it was off screen, if you like. Whereas this time I did want to put it a little bit more centre stage.
Yeah,
I felt it important, particularly from Sophie's perspective.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, I think from Jerry and Dana's perspective, how do we feel as parents when we know our teenage sons and daughters are making love? And how do we respond to it? How should we respond in a mature way? And I think Jerry and Dayna do.
Yeah, definitely.